Hey everybody, this is Tiffany, and I am a speech therapist who stutters. I've recorded several videos before, so if you haven't, check those out. But if you are one of my subscribers or somebody who watches my videos regularly, welcome back. I haven't posted a video in a while, which I know that my goal is to post them every week, and I've said that I'd try to do that. I have a really good reason for not posting one for a couple weeks, so forgive me, but I actually had my tonsils removed, and so I wasn't feeling really well, and I had a lot of trouble talking. It hurt very much to talk, so I didn't post a video, so I apologize, but here is my video for the week. So I'm actually going to talk about my tonsillectomy because it was really interesting. I didn't really expect it, but when I got my tonsils removed, it changed the way that my voice sounds. So I think it's temporary. It's kind of come back to its normal sound. Specifically my resonance changed a little bit, I think because everything was kind of swollen in my throat and in my nasal cavity and for a little while, and so I was very hyponasal is the term in speech pathology, but basically I just didn't have much nasality, so sounds like M and N are normally nasal. The sound comes through your nose, and in different dialects, different ways that people talk, some people have more resonance than others, more nasality. And I, as a person, have quite a bit of nasality when I talk because of my accent. So I'm from Washington State. And just in general, I think we have a little bit more resonance, a little more nasality than some places. We're very northern. Anyway, though, so I lost that for a little while. And it's still, my voice still sounds a little bit different. And the thing about stuttering is that when you change the way you talk, then and you hear your speech differently, then it makes you more fluent. It makes you stutter less. And so I have videos in the past where I've talked about this because in order to control my very severe stutter, I will change my voice or change my accent sometimes. And it's been very harmful. I don't really like doing it. There's a lot to that, but it's something I do sometimes. And so this is kind of like that. So ever since my surgery, I have been very fluent. And it's been so weird. So anyone who stutters, who's listening, you might relate to this because there's this thing called spontaneous fluency that some people get who stutter, where for whatever reason, one day or 1 week or 1 month, you might just stutter a lot less for really no reason. It happens to some people. It doesn't happen to everyone. It doesn't happen to me ever. I think I just stuttered too severely that I just don't ever really get spontaneous fluency. So this was the closest thing that I've ever gotten to having that, because for the first time in my entire life, talking was, well, it was painful, but it was easy for me. Obviously relative to someone else, it might have been harder because it was physically harder to talk because everything was swollen, and it hurt, but I didn't stutter. So that effort and that struggle wasn't, and that tension wasn't really there. It was weird. Anyone I guess who doesn't stutter, who's listening, totally gets this. Being able to talk and not think about how you're talking and not worry about how you're talking and just talk fluently, just talk without stuttering. It's, I'm sure, very freeing for people who don't stutter. But so it was just very weird for me because I've never felt that before. To kind of have that experience it's just interesting. It was just different. I'm not gonna lie. As I love that I stutter. I'm empowered. I've accepted it. It makes things hard, and people are not always nice. But I don't dislike that I stutter. I am okay with it. It's my identity. But that being said, this spontaneous fluency was really nice. Just being able to talk without worrying about it. It was just very interesting. I just thought I wanted to talk about it because I didn't expect it. It was different. And I'm slowly getting my voice back to where it was. So I have noticed that my stuttering is coming back somewhat, but it's still like a lot less than it was like before my surgery, which I'm sure it will just continue to become more frequent. I'm sure I'll stutter more as I continue to recover. So I realize this isn't a long-term thing, I'm not telling you guys to go get tonsillectomies, that it'll cure your stutter. Definitely I'm not telling you that, because it will not, most likely. This is just one of those things that happens to people who stutter, that if our voice sounds different to us, to our brain, then it makes us stutter less. And it's temporary, because once you get used to hearing your voice that new way, so like if my voice were to change for forever, like this, then my brain would eventually get used to it and it would stop working. I would just start stuttering in that voice. So that's what happens to me anyway, like when I'm talking in different voices to avoid stuttering, eventually they stop working and I have to switch to a new voice, So like, definitely not a long-term fix. Definitely not advocating for you to have a tonsillectomy or to change your voice or anything. But it's just an interesting thing, kind of like a scientific, experience. Like I was able to analyze it, and it was kind of cool. So I thought I'd share that with you guys. Sorry I was out for a couple weeks, and sorry for some of my subscribers who are looking for me to get to your requests. I will address them hopefully soon, but I'm not going to guarantee it'll be a certain time, because I do have other videos that I have, thoughts that come in my mind that I want to talk about. So I'm not going to make any promises, but I'll get to your requests, and I appreciate your requests. Thank you all for subscribing. Keep subscribing if you haven't. Subscribe below. Watch my other videos, like all that stuff. Anyway, that's all for now. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.